My name is Dana Dane. That's my professional name. I started in hip hop in the early days of hip hop. Hip hop started in 1973. My professional career started in 1985, but I was already a part of hip hop in 1979 through the graffiti era of hip hop. I used to, I'm an artist first and foremost. I used to draw, and my mom saw that I had a talent for drawing and said, "Hey, I'm going to take you to an art school." And that started my trajectory to, to love art. Hip hop started coming into view in 1977, 79, and graffiti was all on the trains and things of that sort. And then I went to high school from 14 to about 18, and that's where my hip hop career started when I met a gentleman, a friend of mine's now and still a close friend, and everybody knows him by, I knew him by Ricky D, but everybody knows him by Slick Rick now. And in 1985, I made my first record. That's how I became some way part of hip hop for the most part. And it was just inner city love, that's how it started out. We just love hearing the music, hearing the rapping, and we basically imitated what they were doing using their words. And after a while, we started putting our own words and then started out writing our own rhymes. And that was how I fell in love with it. It was just hearing those cassette tapes on the boom boxes, which were big radios back in the days, the boom boxes, and that's how I fell in love with hip hop. My wife, Tana, she's a traveler. We'll start there. She's a traveler. So she was like, I want to go to Africa one day. And I was like, really, Africa? I said, yeah, we should go to Africa, and see what it is, because we've never been, But a lot of things that are portrayed in the media about Africa coming up, it's always been not so good, I guess. They make it look negative, like even, just coming up in America, that was always the threat. We'll send you back to Africa, we'll send you, go back to Africa. You don't belong here, go back to Africa. And we're like, okay, let's go to Africa. Let's go see what it's about. So social media has been a thing to open up a lot of, knowledge, understanding. And we started looking at the, Instagram and what the things that we could do in Africa, and we was like, yeah, let's go, and let's go and have the best experience possible with no expectations, and let's see if we can have a 4 and 5 star experience going through Africa. So that was our plan. So we started traveling through Africa, and we went to, the first time that we traveled was basically through the pandemic, actually. In 2021, it was still, the pandemic was going on, and altogether we went to 11 countries. So we went, the first time we went for a month. The second time we came for 2 months. The only thing we knew about Kigali, Rwanda was the genocide, basically. That's what the world knows. And gorillas. We wanted to come see the gorillas. That was our main reason to come to Rwanda, to see the gorillas. So we've been to about 8 other countries by this time, and now we came in here and we landed. And we came to the airport, and we're like, okay, this is a nice airport, all right? Compared to some of the other airports, this is a nice airport. And then we got out, once we got onto the road, we're like, oh, these are nice roads. Oh, nice infrastructure. And we drove across the mountain, took us about 4 hours, and we went to see the gorillas. We slept that night, we got up the next morning, we trekked to go see the gorillas. So it's a wall that we have to go over to see the gorillas, and that's where it starts, their area. As soon as we got over, the gorillas was right there waiting for us. We didn't have to go anywhere. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was a whole family. A gorilla walked about 3 feet away from me. Smelled like arugula. They smell like pine trees. I was like, it smells so good, Anyway, it was amazing. We saw the gorillas, took some pictures. Then we stayed the night. And the next day, we had to leave at nighttime. So we came back and we went to the Genocide Museum, which was something that everyone should go to when they come to Kigali, Rwanda. I think that should be the first stop. So you get an understanding
The
of the
history.
culture,
Yeah.
the history, the people, the resilience of Rwandans, of of Africans overall, but Rwandans, the resilience. So just the way the people move, the progression, what has been accomplished in 30 years. We like out of all the countries, this is I could see it. We both said we both could see ourselves living here. We stayed 3 days and we knew that this was a place that we could see ourselves living. And 2 years later, here we are. My wife was gung ho about moving to Africa. Okay, she was very excited. Me, I wasn't excited, because I'm from America. What can I say? I have only lived in America, and she's more adventurous than I am. So it took me a minute to figure out if I really wanted to live here, and then what I could do. As a musician, I'm globally recognized, but I'm not a global artist per se, where I haven't performed uh, outside of the United States much. So most of my income from making records come from performances in the United States. So I was concerned about leaving because that's my financial foundation. But over the last decade and a half, I've been working on films. I've been a film producer, and I produced a film in Kenya. I said, why not see if I can produce films in Rwanda? So I started looking and researching, and found out about the Rwandan film organization here, and I said, oh, I think this is an opportunity for me. So what is not here yet? Let's build it. Let's make it happen. So coming here, I see it as a challenge for me to take what I know from hip hop and film and not only teach here, but learn as well. So there are a lot of great stories here, and I want to be a conduit to help give aspiring filmmakers an opportunity to make films and get out their own way in a sense, because we get to this mind state of things have to be done a certain way to get to where you want to go, and that's true to a certain extent, but I believe that you don't always have to follow the exact rules. Sometimes you can just go and make things happen with the resources that you have. And I'm a great proponent of doing that. And that's what I want to do. I want to take the resources that we have and just build this film industry out, entertainment, music, and just see what's possible. I love the music, but it wasn't feeding my creative passions and abilities. I felt like I was being stagnant because I was just doing the music. So doing the films, not only can I bring the visuals, collaborate with writers, but I can bring musicians in because movies, visual content doesn't really move well without the music. You need the music in there, to give you the mood, to give you the feeling, to go with the picture. So it gives me an opportunity to embrace all of my skills and talents and to collaborate with many more great people in all aspects. Whereas music, you can make a song by yourself, A movie, not really. You need people.
Yeah.
And I'm a collaborator, so I like that.
Okay. Sweet.
So the movies that I'm doing are not documentary, all documentary. They're more narrative, feature films. I want to do series. I want to do a TV series, a few of them. I want to do feature films. I want to do documentaries as well. Music. I want to, recreate some of my old music, make new music with new artists, give artists an opportunity who make music to submit their music for the movie, so they can have their music in movies as well. So there's a lot of different layers to entertainment and filmmaking and music, and I want to see if we can explore as many as possible. Most of the filmmakers I've met, they've only been able to produce short films because financially it's hard to create a feature film. And that's one of the things I want to show people how to do, how to make a feature film with the little amount of resources. And then I met established filmmakers who have films out that are here as well. So I've met a different variety of filmmakers in my short amount of time, and I'm looking forward to meeting more. And we meet good people, and we feel safe. We feel safe, and that's one thing that I can say is much, very different from United States, is safety. I don't think I've felt as safe. And I think that the misconceptions about Africa are being washed away, and people are starting to see it for what it really is. It's the major resource of the world. Africa is 33% of all minerals and resources in the world. The land, the community, the people are the youngest in the world. They're growing. They're innovators. They're progressive, but at the same time, it still has a cultural foundation that is still strong and vibrant and alive. And you can come here and be of value to people. And I think that's what a lot of people are coming for: a better life, to be of value, to add value to their life, So I think there's a lot of different things. There's different things for different people. Some people are tracing their roots. Some people want a better life. Some people just want a different life, and the opportunities are boundless. I think that it's good to think outside of Africa and explore as much as possible. But if you never make it to the United States, you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. I think it's cool to visit, it's cool to visit the world. Yes, I think expand. And expand as much as possible. Go see as much as possible, and then learn as much as possible, and then bring it back to Africa. For people who have any negative thoughts about Africa, about Rwanda, about Kigali, about the country and where they're at, is to get some knowledge. The knowledge is there, not from the media, but learn. Whatever Rwanda, Kigali, the country of Rwanda was able to accomplish from 1994 to now, they should package it and teach it to the world, because it has to be some type of foundation of forgiveness. And I think that has been overstood here, not just understood, overstood. That's how y'all were able to move to the level you are now. There are countries who've been fighting for hundreds of years and have not fixed themselves. And you've done it in 3 decades or less, that you are turning it around. I say, come to Africa like we did, with no expectations, and see what it is for yourself.